Hello, and thank you for taking a moment to learn about our suggested procedures for purging with Dyna-Purge, specifically for shutting down and starting up an extruder. Before we get started, a note about safety. Before performing any procedure, it is the machine operator's responsibility to be aware of their company's safety policy, to wear the appropriate personal protective equipment, and to make sure that only authorized personnel are in the affected area. Now let's begin the procedure. Disconnect or shut off auxiliary feeding and downstream equipment, and thoroughly clean material feed systems, ensuring all components, including blenders, hoppers, loaders, filters, magnets, hoses, and drain ports, are all cleaned. Maintain the barrel temperature and RPM settings for your resident resin. Increase the temperatures on the die, adapter, flow tubes, and any other downstream heating elements by 50 degrees Fahrenheit, 10 degrees C, to 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 38 C. Note, please do not exceed recommended temperature ranges for your resident resin or equipment. Begin to empty the barrel, and when the resident resin is below the feed throat, introduce Dyna-Purge at 1 to 2 times barrel capacity into the empty hopper or side port. Please note that the actual amount needed depends on your machine conditions. If possible, leave the screen pack in place and minimize die gap to increase back pressure for improved cleaning. Note, ensure minimum clearance restrictions are met for your specific Dyna-Purge grade. Begin to purge. Short bursts of high agitation, RPMs, will loosen buildup. Subsequently, slowing the speed or stopping the screw or RPMs allows the purge to expand and then push out loosened contamination. Continue to alternate speeds until the purge is clean in appearance. Monitor screw torque to avoid machine stoppage. Ensure the barrel are filled or sealed with Dyna-Purge to prevent the chance of oxidation. Stop screw rotation and reduce the temperature by lowering or turning off the heat zones of the machine. Caution: as the purge solidifies, take care not to rotate the screw. Turn on and/or raise the temperature to 50 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 10 Celsius, above the minimum operating temperature of Dyna-Purge. Refer to the product information sheet for operating temperatures recommendations. Note, make sure to review the startup protocol for your specific machinery for additional information. When the desired temperature of Dyna-Purge has been reached, rotate the screw slowly to avoid excessive torque or metal fatigue. The purge may be stiff, so don't rotate the screw at full RPM if the purge compound exiting the machine shows any signs of degradation or contamination. Introduce more Dyna-Purge until the purging compound appears clean. Thoroughly clean the hopper and adjust temperature or other settings for your next production resin. Using your next production resin, flush out the remaining Dyna-Purge. Thoroughly clean the die surface to remove any contamination, and if applicable, install a new screen pack and make die gap adjustments. Reconnect auxiliary feeding and downstream equipment. Now you're ready to start your next production run.